What's up, my brothers from another mother, my rational sisters? So I got a new car. Those of you that follow me on Instagram already know that. If you don't follow me on Instagram, well, why aren't you? It's entrepreneurs underscore in underscore cars. It's also connected to my Facebook account, so you can find or follow most of my day-to-day stuff there. So I got an Audi R8. Actually, let me turn the camera around. I'll give you a quick tour of it, and I'll tell you why I got that in 1 second. All right, so here it is. The M5's in the driveway. Unfortunately, I don't have enough room in my garage to put two cars side by side just because the design, I don't know if you can see the wall, but it goes straight across here and then it kind of angles in, so it cuts off. So even though it's a two-car garage, there really isn't room for two cars. So quick peek inside. You've probably seen these before. It's nothing, super exotic or hypercar style, but I really love the look of the Spyder in these cars. I hated the side blades in the R8s. I love this sort of look here, like the intake, the old Ferrari style look. Especially on the 355 Spyder, one of my favorite cars, but drives terribly, not reliable at all. Love the look of the convertible top. The heat humps over here, I'm calling them heat humps, I'm not really sure what they're called, but the venting. It's just a beautiful car from almost every angle, and it's pretty much a timeless design. Got some brand new Pilot, Michelin Pilot 4s on these when I took delivery. And let me just get in the car. It's, most people are pretty familiar with an R8, but the thing that sets this one apart is this guy here, the gated manual transmission. This is a very low mileage car. It's 22,000 kilometers, which I think works out to 15,000 miles or so. So it's really low mileage. Clean, no accident, one owner car owned by a dentist, older guy. So hasn't really been used that much, but very, very clean, tight. It drives amazing. It's got the V10, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, you guys all know what this looks like. I'll put more effort into making visual stuff for you in the future on the car when I kind of get into it and learn more about it. And I'll definitely be posting some pictures up on Instagram and the Facebook page, so follow me there. Let me just flip the camera around and we'll carry on. Hold on a second. So why an R8? I've hinted at for a while that I've wanted to get a exotic-ish car, I guess. This ticked off a bunch of boxes for me for a whole bunch of reasons. It's last of its kind, which is really important if you want to buy and hold and make some money off a car. I mean, at the very least, I shouldn't lose any money. Fingers crossed. I mean, the M5, I've probably lost about 10 or 12 grand in the last year that I've owned it. So those types of cars depreciate, but if you can get something that's last of its kind, exclusive, relatively low production. Most people ordered these cars in the automated manual. It ran with a single clutch automated manual till about 2011, and then after that, I think 2012, 2013, they switched to the S-Tronic, which is a dual clutch. Doesn't matter though, because every single car manufacturer nowadays that's selling these spec or type of cars is not offering them in a manual transmission, let alone a gated manual. I did drive a 2016 Porsche Boxster Spyder, which ironically enough was selling for the same price as this one. And even though I did love it a lot, it's underpowered compared to the V10. And I don't see the price going up on that car. I checked, comparatively speaking, for the I think it was the 2012 models, which was the last Boxster Spyder they put out, and they've tanked in value. So that tells me that the 2016 Boxster Spyder is not going to hold on to much of its value. So I keep talking about value. Why am I talking about value? So gated manual transmission, naturally aspirated motor, mid-engine, it's a supercar, okay? These are the kinds of cars that people buy when they get older, when they become successful, that they kind of pour into. And I've noticed a general trend on kind of identifying which ones will pay off in the long run. One, has it been in a movie? This is an Iron Man car. They ran commercials with, what the hell was his name? Anyway, the Iron Man character in the R8 convertible, although they did use a coupe in most of the movies. But this is a car that's been featured in a lot of movies. Secondly, last of its kind, manual transmission, naturally aspirated motor, V10. You won't see this again. They're moving to turbos, supercharged turbos and superchargers, hybrid powertrain technology, blah, 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 all that stuff. I'm still a hardcore pure petrol head. I want an internal combustion engine. I want to know that when I put my foot down, power comes on smooth and hard in a progressive fashion, and you just don't get that with a turbocharged car. Even the M5 when I drive it versus going back and forth to this, which I've only had it for a day now. You do notice the turbo lag, even though in the sport mode, the turbos spool up so they keep spinning, which is designed to eliminate lag, but it doesn't really work. You can't get away from a naturally aspirated motor and a gated manual transmission. The whole, what it is? It's the whole thing. I think that Joe Rogan talked about it one time. It's the whole, slamming through the gears, rowing the gears, the feeling that you get, because anybody that grew up around cars, usually the first car they had was a manual transmission car, and it didn't matter how fast it was or what motor it had in it. Car guys understand the love and the affection they have for figuring out how to row a manual transmission car, use the clutch pedal property, rev match. This has none of that stuff. It doesn't have any of the rev matching stuff that the Boxster Spyder had. Nothing. It's pretty much the last of the back to basics supercars. Everything that's gone on sale after this, you can't even buy a McLaren with a manual transmission. All the Ferraris are automated manuals now. I don't believe Lamborghini offers a manual transmission. I think some Porsches you can still get them in. The Porsche Boxster Spyder is basically the last of its kind for a manual transmission. So yeah, just kind of wanted to introduce the car to you, show it to you, and let you know what's up. I did talk before, about maybe a year ago, about this kind of car and doing some work at the Sick Kids Hospital and maybe showing up and taking sick kids for rides. So that might be on the roster in the future. But yeah, want to show you the car. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you have any requests for videos on this type of car or anything to do around it. Looking forward to doing more car related stuff. Might get into a rally every once in a while. Cars and coffee, that sort of stuff. But yeah, leave me a comment below, smash the like button, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.